If pre-construction is done right, the execution process should be pretty streamlined. We build a project schedule. We have regular communication with the client, updating them weekly on progress. This is what happened this week. This is what we anticipate will happen next week. Project photography, where, for our remote clients, we upload photos into a client portal so they can actually follow along, not just the schedule, but see pictures of the progress as the building's going up. There's still a lot of decisions to be made. There's still a lot of communication that needs to happen. You're no longer figuring things out. You're just executing the steps. Here's the thing about ideation. You can only imagine it to a certain degree. Even with a really good design process, everybody sees things differently. You and I could walk through a museum and look at a picture and interpret it 2 different ways, right? So there are definitely times where a client is 100% happy with what it's going to look like after the design. And then once it's actually built, they walk through it, they feel it, whether it's the spatial aspect or the function, and they go, hey, I like this, but I think we could improve it. Or this really just wasn't what I was imagining it was going to be. I think I want to take this out. And that's fine. We go into it knowing that things are going to inevitably adjust a little bit. The question we get most about the build process is how long is it going to take? We build a detailed schedule that delineates every trade, every phase, every person that's going to be involved in the project. So you can really get a very clear idea, like, framing is going to take 10 days. Electrical is going to take 6 days, whatever it is. So you as the client, you can look at that multiple ways. You can follow along day by day, or you can kind of look at it more phase by phase and go, okay, well, the framing, the building envelope is going to take 2 months, and the rough-ins are going to take 3 months, or whatever it is. But it kind of gives you, there's some options there for how you want to follow along. The schedule is built off what we know about the project, what we know about the current market, availability of materials, availability of labor. These are all variables that are important to consider. But we also factor in some buffer, because the fact of the matter is, no construction project goes perfectly according to schedule. It's pretty rare. So we always factor in some time for weather delay, or people being sick, or holidays, whatever it is. Ultimately, we want to set a completion date that we know is very realistic, and that's the expectation that we know that we can meet.